your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, just starting off with the silver here. You can see here we had a big move up there to 122. We're now trading at 84, I think was the last one I saw. And folks, if you can imagine this is a day and a half in silver, okay, from the 29th to the 30th. You don't think we can come back here and take these things out here, back here at 66? This is nothing. This is like nothing at all. Now, the reason why this was so important, for the past several days, I've been telling you about my experience when I was at Drexel, when gold was at 870 and silver was at 54. Silver, you could not sell silver any higher than $36 an ounce during those days. It was at a discount of $20, $15 to $20 off a spot, and people were complaining like crazy and say, "Why can't I do it?" I said, "If you can find a place that'll buy it from you at 36, I said, go ahead and do it." None of the big. I was dealing with Handy and Harmon and Hecla. Oh my God, there were so many of them there that I dealt with. Homestake and Anaconda. I mean, we were doing all kinds of hedging through A-Mark Coin, and the silver bags were selling at a big, big discount. This is what's happened here, folks. You know, if you were trying to, I hear people saying, "Yeah, well, I go into silver, and you'll be able to do that." But if you try to get in there and sell some, if you're a big hedger, then you just can't do it. One of my best friends here, we have the same birthday, and I've known him about 8 years now, and his whole business is reclamation. He takes in the telephones and TVs and stuff as junk, and then he's found a way to extract the metals out of them. And there's just a little bit in each one, but all of them have something. So he's like a giant junkyard, but it's a huge business. In fact, he just sold it to a major New York Stock Exchange company, and he's been telling me for the last 3 or 4 weeks, he said he can't sell silver. He's got to wait in line to get it melted because there's so many people in front of him. Everybody's selling it. Well, you're seeing why right now. You're just beginning it. And boys and girls, listen to me. Come up real close to the computer here. You see this move that we're seeing in silver right now? It's a coming. They're knocking on the door. They're trying to tell you it's a coming, but you better pay attention to it because it's a coming. Now, remember one of the charts that I focused on this week. This is the most important chart of all. This is the 3 major ABCD patterns on the monthly chart over the last 10 years. Okay? The last 10 years. ABCD right there, ABCD right there, and ABCD right there. There's the smaller version is right there. Now, you see that vertical move? Do you see this vertical move like this, folks? You see that vertical move like that? Where did we just see that vertical move, Bubba? Where did we just see it? Was it there? Was it there? Well, it's coming again. And here it is right there. We just completed this yesterday. 3 drive to a top pattern, 3 drive to a top pattern. But this one's got a little bit of chocolate sauce on it. And that is, there's a margin debt out there of $1.4+ trillion. And what do you think happens when the market in the stocks drops like this, the silver and the gold market? And people say, well, we need more money. And the guy says, sell. To who? Do you remember Trading Places when at the end of the thing with Don Amici and was there with the Duke brothers were trying to say, get in there and sell. And the broker says, to who? and there was nobody buying. Anyway, that's what I'm looking at. I'm probably 100% wrong. But if you look at this, we had major patterns going. This is copper. Why did I have the wrong copper chart in there? Sorry about that. I think it's here. So here, no, that's not it. Well, let me see. Where's my copper chart? I know I got it here. There's a copper chart. Here's the long-term weekly in the copper. You can see it did the same thing. It actually got to 261 or 621. 661. I didn't get a chance to update that. So let's pay attention, because if the market closes lower today, folks, this is going to be third week in a row where the market closed lower. And it's supposed to be bullish? Are you kidding me? Come on, guys, give us a little break here. Remember my favorite, well, I already showed you the Bitcoin, so that one's all done. Okay, here's another one here. Remember that here on last 2 days ago, on the 28th, we had this big standard deviation on the daily and standard deviation on the weekly in the NASDAQ. And I had the chart, and I showed everybody ahead of time about the importance of these numbers that we're looking at, and I can't find it. Oh dear. Well, I just lost that. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But anyway, let's keep our act together here and see where we stand. Now come up here and we'll take a quick look here where we are in some of these markets today. Here, wow, look at silver. It's 81 now. Holy moly, guacamole. See how there was a pattern right up there. Okay, really pretty cool. Here's the one on the NASDAQ, was way back here. See that one right there? That was a big, giant ABCD. Why is it that ABCD is showing up on all these charts and nobody out there is saying, gee, maybe something big is happening? Folks, you think silver was bullish, and then you had this? Wait to see what they do to the stocks. They're ruthless when margin calls come. Why? Because they wipe it out and buy it back again. Remember Bernard Baruch, the book I always liked so much? He was the good friend of J.P. Morgan and also Jesse Livermore. And he said stocks exist for one market, for one reason only. They inflate it to a high price, and they get suckers to buy it all the way down. I wonder how many people are buying silver on a scaled down basis today. They probably don't. Remember how fast markets go down more than they go up? Look how fast it went up. Look how fast it came down. To see that in the silver. Look what it's done, folks. Look what silver has just done here. There we were the last 3 weeks. It's wiped out everything from almost the last 3 weeks. That's January the 8th. That's almost a month. This is not good. The key here was right there. You see that little thing where it broke the 382 for the first time? Well, that was one of the things I wanted to show you today. It was in the euro. Here's the same chart in the euro. Something big is happening. There, you see that? The 382 held it, and then once it broke it, boom. What have they been telling us about how weak the dollar is? I don't know, but, we've been watching something called the ABCD. I'm not going to talk about ABCD anymore because nobody listened to me anyway. So let's get the dollar index up here. I'll let you decide. We'll call it the Thunderbolt. That's what Mandelbrot did when he fathered fractal analysis. There's your ABCD in the dollar. There it is right there, 95.82. Okay. Yeah, that's very good. Okay. All right, let's move on here. And I think we got to take a break. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV. live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, let's talk just a little bit about gold and silver, because what's coming is going to happen someplace else. I think maybe, possibly, maybe not. There's the ABCD pattern going way back from April. Okay, now look at this. You see this big correction that we had here in October? This was a big correction. We went from 45, we dropped $300. Folks, we've dropped $800 and we're still open from the high, okay? I mean, we're $800 lower than that in just 2 days. This took several days before it did that. So this is why you don't want to try to catch a falling safe in here. This is not, too many things are telling you that there's something not quite right. So that's why we're watching it right here. The same thing is happening in the stock market, but I'm the only person that sees it. And I'm probably wrong. Like Larry Williams always told me, he said, the land of the king, the one-eyed man is blind. And guess what? I'm it. Maybe, maybe not, but we'll see. We're seeing it already in the Dow Jones. We're seeing it already in the Russell. They're already breaking down. Let's just get up here. This is the Russell. As you can see here, it's just been in a free fall here since remember it had this monster. Everybody owned it, wanted to own it right back here. If you remember, this is where everybody says, wow, we got to own that thing, don't we? See that big skyscraper right there? There's your ABCD to the upside right there. We talked, well, it doesn't make any difference what we did to this. Anyway, that's what we're watching now. You can see here, we're just cascading down. All we did on these were rallies. This is all ABCD rallies. And the last one, I believe, from the low here to the high right back there, I believe it was exactly 382. It hit one in the Dow Jones. I know that because I heard people telling me about it. But there was your, no, it didn't even make it today. No, but it's still heading down. You see, we're breaking down badly. If you look at this on a long-term daily, See, there's your big move right here. And you can see it's what it's doing right now. Let me refresh this here for a bit, and you'll see we're starting to head down. And so get ready. The problem is the steepness of this curve, folks. You see that steepness of that curve? That's what causes it to do it. Now, this was a big curve steepening, but it didn't do very much. It came down in here. So maybe it's going to be the same thing. All I know is we got a lot of money out there that's trying to find a home. And the best thing you can have when markets collapse like this is money, because then you have money to do what? To buy some at a cheaper price. That's right. Remember, it's hold on. There's the one I wanted to show you in the Dow Jones. Here's the Dow Jones here. Over the last few days, what we're going to do is clean this out. And we'll see, we're getting ready to take out the 21st of March, January. That's a big one. Remember that big bottom? We're already getting ready to take that out. That's not a good sign. That means everybody that bought this stuff over the last 10 days, anybody that's bought the Dow stocks is losing money. Something's not right. Okay, let's just move here for today. Okay, here's today's action. There's your high for the day. Go back to the high that you made right back here. Put that in there right there. And where does it come to? 382. All right, down $600. That's good old 382 we like to see. All right, let's move over here. Try to cover. We covered the Russell. We covered that. We've talked about the euro. We talked about the U.S. dollar. And what else do we want to do? Let's get to where I can try to help you the most. I mean, I'm not right off. I mean, I'm often wrong, but never in doubt. But some of them, when I am right, it's important. What I do, folks, is just simple A, B, C, D patterns. That's all I do is simple A, B, C, D pattern. And I can tell you with I've been saying this for a very long time. This chart right here, this one, is the scariest chart I've ever seen. I mean, it really is. This is, you know how much I like ABCDs? I mean, these are, not only that, where can I get that darn thing? I can't get it up right now. What happened yesterday is that the ABCD pattern on this, on the one-turn monthly, hit 23,000. The target was 22,700. It hit 23,000 and then immediately switched over and closed basically down on the day. So you've got all of these. This is monthly, folks, not daily, monthly. That's why it's so powerful. There's the daily. Look at that. And look at the steepness of this trend like this, okay? You know, we haven't seen anything like this. This was a little tiny, this was the .com crash. You know, I mean, come on. This is nothing what you're going to see. This was the COVID. You know, what you're going to see is what's happening in silver right now. And you think, oh, that can't happen? Well, take a look at these stocks out here in AI that they keep telling you how great they are. Why aren't they up in this stratosphere? Okay, I mean, hello, operator, something's not right with this. Even Apple has great earnings today. What happens to it? Whoops, guess what? Not doing very much. In fact, we should get up here and go through some of these stocks because I know you want to see them. First of all, I want to show you Microsoft because that young man, the fellow who ran that thing, he said there's a nice pattern there that it said it wasn't going to go down any lower. And I want to bring it up. We talked about it yesterday just to show you, and I didn't even know it at that time. Let's do I think, was that the hourly chart? Let's do it. Let's do a half-hour chart. Let's do hourly. I think hourly is good enough. That's what we did. There's Microsoft from yesterday. Now, where would you rather have bought this? Up here at 485 on the 28th, or to buy it right there on the 29th? And all this guy is looking at right here is the market has a big, let's clean it out so we can see it together. Now, this is simple A, B, C, D, okay? This is what Gartley told me to do. You take a line and you draw it like that. That's down to your A leg or AB leg right there, okay? Then the market rallies up here to your CD leg. So you got your CD leg coming up right to there, all right? So if AB equals CD, it tells you that Microsoft is going to go down to this price right here, which was the low on the day was 21. And you can see what happened. If you bought it there, you made a good 15% on your money going up that much. Now, it's not going to go much higher because you see the last rally, what did it do? Did almost exactly, well, not even quite. So it's telling you that this is still quite bearish. That's all that was, is what you were trying to do, is to do a simple ABCD. Unfortunately, sometimes they don't work. I know that's hard to believe and it's very sad, but that's the way to look. Now let's take a look at just a few of these other charts that are getting all kinds of press. We've already seen Oracle. This chart's a flat out joke. Look at this. I mean, come on, give me a break. Remember, I'm going to bring this up because if there's never a lesson in the, you think you had a lesson in the gold and silver? How about these dudes here when he makes $100 billion in one day? Hello, operator. That's $100 billion here, and he's lost $100 billion there. Well, pretty soon you're talking about a lot of money. Anyway, that's what you want to be watching. Be careful of the steepness of these trends because they don't keep up. And I showed you on that New York Stock Exchange Index, this is the one that's the big problem. It's the margin problem is going to be the one that triggers it. What it causes it or not, I don't know. By the way, we'll be right back. I wanted to talk about the new Fed chairman.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, I'm going to bring a chart up of Meta. I mean, these guys all went to the same school. The Musk and Zuckerberg and what's his name? Oh, I can't remember the guy's name. He lives in New Zealand now. Started PayPal. Anyway, there's your ABCD pattern up in here, and so everybody that bought it up in here is in trouble, folks, because now it's got a loss. I'm sorry. I'm just an ABCD guy. What am I saying? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry about anything. I've been lucky. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of heads up on just to be careful here, especially this one here, folks. This is the danger signal of all danger signals. Let's look at it on a smaller time frame. Well, that is the smaller time frame. There it is right here. You can see where we are at that point. I warned you about Bitcoin, how that was up in here. I've never traded Bitcoin. I still never traded it, never done any of that stuff. So those are the ones that I'm really trying to alert you about. I give you some experience of what I've gone through. By the way, remember we talked about this, how platinum was looking so bad compared to platinum topped here a week ago. And yet, look what happened. Now you can see platinum's down, about $800, well, it's off the bottom of the chart now. But that's what we're watching. We already talked about copper. Just looking at patterns, that's all it is. I'm not, you can look at the news if you want to, and you can say what you want to about the news, but I don't watch the news. That doesn't do me any good. It really doesn't. Now, I want to share one other thing with you, again, just to be clear, because, sometimes as I get to be in my age, I would like to tell you that I bought me a new Harley Davidson yesterday, folks. A nice little Sportster, really cool looking one. But at my age, what they call it is a walker. Anyway, here's what you want to remember, folks. Watch this, because this 382 is so powerful. When you get a 382, there's your low here, okay? Remember, that was that big bottom that we had on the daily, all right? There's your look what happened when it broke the 382 today, folks. That tells you that the trend is turning. That happened in silver a long time ago. We talked about that yesterday. And that's why we're breaking down so much in some of these things, to keep an eye on what we're watching here, okay? So let's just watch this. Now, if the market closes down today, let's just get up. We are going to close down in the Dow. We are going to close down in the Russell. I don't think we're going to do it in the S&P, but let's bring in the S&P up and take a look at it, because we've made that triple top up there, that rising wedge, which is also known as a broadening triangle. You can name it whatever you want, just like I give names for Gartley's butterflies. People have their own names, omelets or starfish or whatever they are. Let's get up here at the SPY. This is the cash. The cash S&P market right now is where we are. Oh, I got to go down one more here. There we go. There it is right there. And we want to get this up on the daily chart. And then you're going to be able to see it pretty easy. Okay, there's the old wedge triangle. There's the old wedge right there. See, there's where you are, right here. We took out that high 2 days ago. Now we're in the third day down. Okay, now we have to go, to last week. Okay, last week on the 16th. Let me see. This is the 23rd. So no, this will only be the second. This will be the first down week, actually. Wow. Boy, has this got a long way to go. Anyway, this is what we're watching. That's that same wedge pattern that we talked about earlier, and that's why you want to be really, really careful up in here. Because of no one talks about it, because they say it doesn't make any difference anymore. Well, it does make a difference, and the reason, wow, gold's down goes down $650. Shut the front door and raise the rent. That used to be a monthly range. But it does make a difference, because that's what they keep score with these things, is with money. And there's where the problem lies, is this pattern right here. You see the steepness of this line right here, folks? Do you see the steepness of the line? Look what silver did. Boom. Look what this one did. Look how, see the steepness of that line? Look how much steeper this is versus that one. That's what that SPS chart is telling you right there. It's doing the same thing. Okay, it's giving you, say, this happened before, it's going to happen again. Yeah, I know, I've tried a bunch of times. But you know what, folks? All the times that I shorted that, never, ever did I have a loss after the second day, because I was already stopped out. I'm not going to stand in front of these things when they kept running, but we had some big days down before they got stopped out too. This time, this is the one that can change the way your lifestyle might work. Now, at my age, nothing's going to happen very much, because first of all, I'm not involved with very much of it all anymore, but I'm trying to impart some of this information that I've gained over the years, and that some people get it, some people don't, but that's neither here nor there. Just a lot of things going on right now, and we're coming into the point that, see, silver and gold are telegraphing you that there is something coming out in the future. Now, everybody thought it was going to be some type of disaster, but all of a sudden, when they have this volume that we had just yesterday on the 28th, this is the 30th, so it started on the 28th. And that was at the top between 55 and 5,600. The volume was, someone said it was 100 times normal. I don't know. John Jameson told me he has more grasp on numbers than anybody that I know. So that's what we're watching. Now, we haven't seen any of that in the stock market. There's no fear coming, but when it does come, okay, then you'll be able to. You're going to be able to see what it's really like, and it's coming. So let's just pay attention here, all right? Okay, let's get back up here. We got a couple stocks that we have to cover. Hold on just a second. We're coming down here pretty good on some of these things here. And get this out of the way. Oh, we got to try. Oh, this was a big one. We had a big move here in the British pound. If you were we told you that was just made a big pattern up here. And we'll get that up here. That's down several hundred points today. And you can see there was your target right there. We're down, about 250 points on the British pound today. You see how the dollar wasn't weak? Well, what were they telling you about? Dollar wasn't weak. Just like, do you remember 4 weeks ago when they said how bad crude oil was? Well, it's only rallied $7,000 off the bottom, for God's sake. So, and you don't have to have the news to tell you that. When the weather gets cold, they use more heating oil, and then natural gas went nuts. I haven't looked at natural gas, and I'll do that right now because I've been a little busy doing other things. Here is natural gas. We'll get this up here, and we'll see where we are today, up or down. What are we doing here? Well, big move in natural gas today. We got all the way up here. And what do we have here, folks? Flagpole, alert, flagpole. Let's be right back with natural gas. We'll talk about it just a bit.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds for both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, here's Apple, folks. So we had the ABCD here at the 50%. And there was the target. I'm assuming that's it. But the rally back just the other day was only 382, and you can see we've had some really good news in Apple. Evidently, their China sales were bonkers, and so was the iPhones, but the market's selling off, mainly just because the rest of the stuff is selling off, I guess. But we've seen good news, bad action on so many of these things. So that's it. But people have poured a lot of money into this stuff. If we look at NVIDIA, I never owned this stock. I don't know any stock, so hold on. I used to own Lilly, but that was sold at, was able to get out at 120. I was really smart on that one. Well, had no choice. There it is. There's NVIDIA right here. And we'll just look at that and we'll show you where we are. NVIDIA was actually up earlier today. We got as high as, move this over here. We got almost back to the 61% retracement of the whole down move. There was your head and shoulders pattern. This was the day, was the most bullish of all because it was much more bullish that caused this. And all it could do was make a head and shoulders pattern. There's your ABCD, came down right here. It looks that, what did it do? Let's just check and see. And we'll see where we are. Okay, hold on one second. There's your A, B, C, D leg is where that is. No, it goes, doesn't quite make it. I don't think so. No, it doesn't make it. I can tell you that right now. But it looks like it made a 61% retracement. Let's just double check. And there's a 61% retracement. And all we did today, we almost got to the 61. We're actually down on the day now after getting as high as 195. Remember, this is I still think this is one of the most expensive, well, it's $4 trillion company, which is, these aren't, they're not in any danger. I mean, that's $4 trillion. How could they be in any danger? What goes up stays up. That's right. That's what they tell us. So we're going to find out if that's going to be the case or not as we move through some of these others. Let's get out of the way here. Let's get over to talk. Yesterday we had a trade. We're going to have all. Let's talk about the good ones. Okay, let's get up here. We talked about the wheat. Do you remember we had the old wheat? It said, looks like it's got to be a sale up here, boys and girls. So pay attention to it. We were looking at it on the hourly chart. And there it is. There's a good old What is this one, Johnny? Let's just give it a name. We'll call it the old Thunderbolt that Benoit Brandelbrot talked about with his father of fractal analysis. This was a Thunderbolt. You see how it looks like a Thunderbolt? Well, that's a good way. You pick up a quick $700, and it never went higher than that number. And look at that. There's drive 1. There's drive 2. There's drive 3. Those are the things we like to see. As a poet and don't know it, I makes it rhyme every time. So there's where we are right now. And the objective on that would have been this move right here. So you're going to see you're very, very close to your objective, which is right there. And if you mark that off of the low that you made right back here, that's going to be setting at something that we know as the flagship floating decimator. There it is, the flagship floating decimeter. That's what we're going to call it. Also known as 0.382. So that's what you're. Oh no, the phone's on the other side of the room. Nothing I can do about that, boys and girls. Somebody's. It's probably a scam call. If it rings more than 3 times, it'll be a scam call. But I'm not going to worry about it. So. Well, we got to carry it. Sorry about that noise. I don't even know if you can hear it or not, given the fact that this acoustics are extremely good. Let's take a look at crude oil here, because this weather thing is going to quit eventually. And let's get this is the daily. Okay, now I had a trade on it. Oh, here's one that doesn't work, folks. There's the hourly trade here. Should bring this thing because they don't always work. But we had a really nice, I thought it was anyway. There's A, B, C, D right here. There's your A, B, C, D leg right there. And so it looked like it was going to be a really good trade there at 64.90, and it was for about 20 minutes. And then it went up to 66.50, and now that's where your stop was. So you'd have lost on that one. Then you had the move down, and then the move up. The move down today is important. This was this is the one from yesterday. Yesterday's low. This is going to tell you where the trend is, because there's your 382 of the last move. I think it's this one. Let's just double check. Yeah, there it is right there. There's your lowest low. So there's your 382. Remember how the euro broke that? That told you that this was the one that tells you that it's over, that the weather's breaking, and crude oil is going to be under some pressure. So I'll be watching that one very closely here over the weekend. If we take a look at heating oil, by the way, on Monday, I think we're going to have Stan Harley, because he's in traveling mode right now. He'll be back, and we'll have him as a guest, and we'll see what our friend is. Okay, here's the heating oil. Let's put this up on the daily also so we can see what we're looking at. See if it's still going. See, heating oil did not make a new high. Let's refresh this here. Maximum. There we are. Let's get this out of the way here so we can see it together. Okay, now the heating oil did not make a new high. Let's clean this out here and learn a little bit as we go. When you look at this chart, you say, well, there's nothing here. Well, there's a lot here. First of all, you got repetition. Look at this. The last time we had something like this happen, the market rallied that much, okay? Somebody wants to do it again. There it is right there. It just repeated exactly what it did before, all right? I'm sorry about that, folks. I don't even know if you can hear it ring or not, but that's what we're watching. So we're not going to worry about that. So, okay, let's move on here. We've covered the crude oil. Let's cover gasoline, because gasoline in California has dropped $2 a barrel, folks. Okay, there's gasoline right here. And it looks like it's going to be dropping very much. During this time, it dropped $2, but I don't know where it is. I don't use gas much anymore. But anyway, there's your 1.618 expansion refresh maximum right here. I'm running out of gas, folks, because I'm only hitting on about 3 cylinders today. But that's the way it goes one day or another. So we got a little rally going here in stocks. Dow Jones, I see, rallied up 100 points. And we'll move on here to the next one here. The key thing, we've already seen the level in the Dow Jones and stuff. All of those mean that we're going to be closing lower unless the dollar has, if the Dow Jones can rally about 150 points from here, we got a pretty good chance for it to do. The NASDAQ has just rallied 100 and some, so that's a sign that they're really trying to hold. Let me get these up, window tile, vertical here. They're trying to hold it together, whoever they is. Here's our natural gas. You can see here we're having the NASDAQ. See, we just rallied 100, this is just 100 pips in NASDAQ, but it looks like we're going to go a little bit lower here. So we'll be right back, folks. So stay with us. I'm going to try to...
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the most important chart I've ever shown in my whole life. I know it's hard to believe, but this is the one. Look at this, folks. You got 1, 2, 3 drives to a top. Oh, this has got so much going for it. I mean, it's just, this is danger. Plus, you've got this real steep stuff like this. This one here is steeper than that one. So this is big. And what I say when I never seen so many ABCD patterns ever, this is true. Why is that? I mean, no one's looked at charts more than I have, because I've lived longer than most of these guys that do this kind of stuff. And I do it 7 days a week, 8, 10, 12, 15 hours a day. It's what I like to do. Fortunately, it was something that, able to keep the bills paid. But anyway, this is why you got to be careful up in here, folks. This is where the big daddy rabbit, the dogs are on the porch. They're barking. So you got to get ready. This is monthly, okay? There was the April break. Anyway, just that's all I want to tell you is be real careful. I'll send out the videos the best I can. I'm feeling much better today than I've been all week, which is not saying much, but the first 3 days were pretty tough. And I'm getting a little better now. I'll be all healed up by Monday, I'm sure, because I'm going to take it easy. I've got a lot of work to do for the newsletter this week, because we got some big things that are happening. We think they're happening, like I say, like I often say, I'm often wrong, but never in doubt. This time, I'm really not in doubt. By the way, do you know that our Treasury Secretary, Mr. Besant, is also the guy that made the $1 billion trade for George Soros in 91, 92. He was the one that told Soros about the trade where he bought the lira and sold the pound on a spread, and got maximum leverage and everything. So he borrowed money from Italy, put it in the short side of the pound, and that's how they made the money. And it was him that did it, and that's what's made him famous. This young man that's there now is just as smart, so hopefully he'll help us out. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.